Hi, my name is Desiree Gaffley. I'm a health and mindset coach. I am the creator and founder of Easy Energy Wellness. My mission is to help busy women, busy moms, lose weight, gain energy, and reverse type 2 diabetes naturally. I'm not a doctor, a dietitian, or a nutritionist. I am a certified health coach. Join my Facebook group at Easy Energy Accelerator. Follow me on Instagram at easy.energy.wellness and follow me on TikTok at Desiree Gaffley. Click the description box down to download your free guide. It is absolutely free and you will find some nuggets to help you on your way with your health and your weight loss. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like these. Today, I want to talk to you about stress or emotional eating. So what is stress eating? Stress eating is when you eat to stifle or soothe negative emotions, such as stress or anger, or fear or boredom or sadness or even loneliness. Major life events, or more commonly, the frustrations of daily life, can cause negative emotions that lead to emotional eating and mess up your weight loss efforts or could cause weight gain even. Is stress eating normal? While indulging in comfort foods occasionally, especially during times of stress, is completely normal, overeating regularly can take a toll on your physical and mental health. So, what are the signs of emotional eating? You have sudden, urgent cravings. You have physical hunger develops slowly over time. Cravings only certain foods. When your cravings come on suddenly and you might only want to eat certain foods, that might be something to wonder about. Overeating is another hallmark of emotional eating. And some of the things that can bring it on is feelings of shame and guilt. When a productive outlet is not available, the stress cycle can continue as feelings continue to spiral. Stress can cause someone to act rashly, and for someone with an eating disorder, it can lead them to restrict, purge themselves after meals, or engage in binge eating spells. Is stress eating considered a disorder? Stress eating is not a disorder on its own. However, it is related to patterns and symptoms of eating disorders, and it often requires a similar approach of care and support when needed. Now, it needs the care and this approach um, and treatment of somebody who is a stress eater, and the treatment to help to provide relief and promote well-being. We don't want things to go on for too long, right? Does stress eating cause weight gain? So levels of the stress hormone cortisol rise during tension-filled times. This can turn your overeating into a habit. And this is where the danger lies. Increased levels of hormone can also cause higher insulin levels, and your blood sugar drops. When your blood sugar drops, and you crave sugary, fatty foods. Mental or behavioral symptoms to look out for could include the following: being more emotional than usual often. Sometimes we're emotional because of something that happened, but if you become emotional and it's often, that's a wake-up call. Feeling overwhelmed on the edge more than normal. If you sometimes feel overwhelmed, that's part of life. But if it's something that's continuous, trouble keeping track of things or remembering, if this continues, it becomes something that you just have to deal with from day to day. If you have trouble making decisions or solving problems, concentrating or getting your work done, or when you use alcohol or drugs to relieve your emotional stress, you feel you can't do it on your own anymore. So what can you do instead of stress eating? Some of the best tools to cope with stress, to boost your mood and to suppress your appetite. So try to walk or do some form of aerobic exercise for a minimum of, say, 30 minutes a day. It's also a great idea for when you have the urge to binge as well. Get out of yourself, go for a walk, takes you out of that moment. Do something that relaxes you, such as yoga, meditation, have a massage or a hot bath. Do some breathing exercise is always great. You have to concentrate on your breathing and it takes you out of that particular moment. So, what is the opposite of stress eating? Do we even think about that? Many people have heard of emotional eating or emotional overeating. But what about emotional undereating? Have you heard of that? Or eating less in response to stress or negative emotions? Could also occur and may be relevant to the development of later eating disorders, particularly anorexia. What is boredom eating? One of the hardest eating habits to overcome is boredom eating. We can easily consume excess energy during the day by snacking on food purely because we can't find anything better to do or because we don't feel like doing anything else. Maybe your workday has started to drag and your daily routine has become mundane. I don't want to eat when I'm not hungry. Do you ever feel like I'm not really hungry, but I feel like time to eat? When you don't get enough rest, your levels of ghrelin, a hormone that makes you want to eat, go up. Meanwhile, your levels of leptin, the hormone that decreases hunger and the desire to eat, go down. These two hormones control feelings of hunger. The result, you feel hungry even if your body doesn't need food. That's not what we want, right? Why do I want food all the time? Being constantly hungry can be caused by lack of protein, fiber, and fat in the diet. So when you are not supposed to be hungry, but you feel you're hungry all the time, add some protein and fiber and healthy fat into your diet. That might make the world of difference for you. Not getting enough sleep is so huge, or being stressed can affect your appetite. So, how do you get back on track? When negative emotions threaten to trigger emotional eating, you can take steps to control cravings, to stop emotional eating. And here are some tips for you to do. Tame stress. If stress continue to your emotional eating, try a stress management technique like I've mentioned, like yoga, meditation, or deep breathing. Have a hunger reality check, Is your hunger physical or emotional? Are you really hungry? If you ate just a few hours ago, and well, maybe just an hour ago, and you don't have a rumbling stomach, you're probably not hungry. Give the cravings time to pass. Drink a cup of black tea, or could you be thirsty even? So drink some water. Keep a food diary. Write down what you eat, how much you eat, when you eat, and how you're feeling when you eat, and how hungry you are. Over time, you might see patterns that reveal the connection between mood and food. And very important, get support. You're more likely to give into emotional eating if you lack a support network. If you tell somebody else about it in your family or have a friend, or think about joining a group for support. So, how do you fight boredom? Instead of snacking when you're not hungry, distract yourself and substitute a healthier behavior, like taking a walk. Ask your neighbor to go with you. Ask a family member to go with you. Ask your partner to go with you. Doing things in twos are sometimes more fun. But if you have to, go on your own. Play with your dog or cat. Listen to some music, soothing music, read, or even call a friend on the phone. And how do you take away temptation? By not having comfort food in your home. Hard to resist things like chips or things that you would just, gravitate to. Just don't have it in your house. Another important thing is not to deprive yourself. When you're trying to lose weight, you might limit calories too much and eat some food repeatedly and banish treats. This may just serve to increase your food cravings, especially in response to emotions. Eat satisfying amounts of healthier foods that you enjoy, and enjoy an occasional treat. My go-to is olives, believe me or not, but I love olives. I love blueberries, have half an apple with some nut butters. Get plenty of variety to help curb cravings. And this is also good to go to for when you want to snack in between meals. Have a fresh fruit with some nut butters or vegetables with low fat dips or nuts. Or I like to eat it just as is, even celery. And so learn from setbacks. We all have setbacks, right? If you have an episode of emotional eating, forgive yourself and start fresh the next day or the next moment, late in the day. Try to learn from the experience and plan for how you can prevent it in the future. Focus on the positive changes you're making in your eating habits and give yourself credit for making changes that lead to better health. So, when do you seek professional help? If you've tried self-help options, some of those things I've mentioned before, but you still can't control your emotional eating, consider therapy with a mental health professional. Therapy can help you understand why you eat emotionally and learn some coping skills. Therapy can also help you discover whether you have an eating disorder, which can be connected to emotional eating. So, just a thought, when you feel inclined for something, try a low calorie option to satisfy the craving. Sometimes you feel inclined for something sweet and it's just not part of your plan for that moment. And when you do, and it continues, satisfy it. Even if you have to have some dark chocolate, but if you can, and the fruit will satisfy you, get a low calorie option so that you can get past that craving. Leave a comment below and let me know if this was useful to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check the description box for more information. If you would like more videos like this, leave me a comment and let me know. Have a fun week and stay safe.